Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are back on Forza 7, as today we're going to be doing the semifinals for the lap time challenge. So we have four duos to go through, 2 for the eastern bracket and 2 for the western bracket. See, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day here at Watkins Glen up in New York. So, with that being said, we're going to start with the western bracket. So, let's get into it. So starting us off today is Lexa Patterson, the number 92 BMW. This thing has been, I'd say, probably the fastest car all tournament long. So we're expecting some big things out of this car. Lexa Patterson, she started the tournament trying to qualify for the semifinals, or for the quarterfinals. She did, and then she won her quarterfinal too. So now she is here in the semifinals. Very nice off the carousel. Now she's coming up to her second and final lap. She's got to make this a good one. Looking good so far. Now to the most important part of the track, these final 2 turns. Coming out the turn, whatever, for the final time, Lexa Patterson's lap time will be a 1 minute 11.214. That is her slowest lap so far. So let's go to her opponent. Driving the number 1 BMW, her BMW teammate, Susan Graves. Now Susan Graves, to get here, she beat Langdon Pagani with a lap time of 1 minute 11.097 seconds. So Susan has to beat a lap time of 1 minute 11.214 seconds. So this should be interesting. Remember, this is the semifinals. You win here, you go to the finals for your bracket. We started with 19 cars, and now we are only down to 8. Insane. So these cars are the top of the line cars, the fastest here. I'm sorry, but I cannot get over the sound of this BMW. It sounds so good. second lap. Actually, looking at it, of the 8 semifinalists, 5 of them are from our Forza 7 series that we've done more recently. The other 3 were only in the GTRR, as Susan Graves coming out of final turn for the final time. She's going to claim her lap time of a 1 minute 11.226, just 1/100th of a second slower than her competition, Lexa Patterson. So Lexa Patterson will go on to the finals for the Western bracket, and Susan Graves will be eliminated. So now, let's go into the other semifinalists in the Western bracket. First car of the second pair of duos is Katie Goff in the number 62 458 Italia. So Katie got here with a lap time of 1 minute 11.279 seconds, where she had to be Stanton Kavan. So, and these Ferraris are known for being bad fast. And the winner of these two faces Lexa Patterson for the Western Bracket Championship. See that the back end on that number 62 wanting to slide around. There goes the cones. First time someone's hit those cones today. There's still not a... Since it is a new day here at Watkins Glen Motor Speedway, Katie hitting the wall there. Since it is a new day, there is not much rubber built down on the track. Well, we did have some rain last night, which washed away most of the rubber. So these cars are having to lay back some rubber down on the track. Probably explains why so far we've had lap time. Both drivers have had lap times slower than their lap times from yesterday. All right. So Katie Goff on her final lap. Gotta make it count here. And her lap time will be a 1 minute, 12.208 second lap. Very interesting. Once again, so far, all 3 drivers have had lap times slower than they've had previously. So, let's move on to her opponent. So, to Katie Goff's opponent, driving the number 35 Maserati, is Bryce Ewert. So Bryce is back on track in the car that does not turn. As you can see, Bryce Ewert having a lot of trouble wheeling this thing around. as I am pretty sure there's not an inch of downforce on this car. It's super fast and doesn't turn. I think this might be a drag car. I think that's what's going on here. Trust me when I say this, that is the worst driving car on the entire game. But Bryce Ewart was given the car, and he's made it to the semifinals with it. In a car that drives as badly as that. But Bryce Ewart has managed to somehow get to the semifinals with it. It's either could be probably one. It's one of two things. Either Bryce Ewart's a really good driver, or that car just is really fast. It makes up for its lack of turning by it tries to make up for its lack of turning with a lot of speed. But at a track like this, not bad turning, you cannot make up for a bad driving car at this track. But Bryce Ewart's going to try to. So he's on his second final lap. And there he goes off of the turn, really bad through the carousel. I think it might be over for that number 35 car. Who knows, he might be able to do something here in these last two turns. Not even close to touching the rumble strips, and you can tell that that car is not at full, it's not running as fast as it could be. Bryce Ewart's going to come out with a 1 minute 12.139 lap. So somehow, after messing up both laps, Bryce Ewart moves on and he will go to the finals. Alright, so let's move on to the first semifinal of the Eastern bracket. Moving on to our first duo of the Eastern bracket, driving the number 91 Dodge, is Kurt Elliott. Now to get here, Kurt Elliott put up the fastest time of the entire tournament, including qualifying, which was a 1 minute 10.497 second lap. Actually, no, that isn't the fastest if you include qualifying. Fastest lap of the entire tournament. No, it's not. It's one of the fastest laps of the entire tournament. And from my personal experience with that car, that is easily the best of these 19 cars. That is the best driving. Oh, hands down, you will not find a better driving, out of this entire division, you will not find a better driving car than that. Easily the best driving car. And Kurt Elliott is lucky to get it. But maybe Kurt Elliott would be the first person today to get a faster lap than their quarterfinal laps. Everyone has had a slower lap than their quarterfinals. As Kurt Elliott is now on his second legal lap. her next to the carousel. We go to the final 2 turns of the track. And Kurt Elliott's lap time will be a 1 minute 11.699 second lap. A whole 1 minute or a whole second slower than his quarterfinal time. Kurt Elliott went from putting up in quarterfinals, he put up one of the fastest laps of the entire tournament. And in this, he put up one of the most average laps of the entire tournament. So, now let's go on to his opponent. Now, Kurt Elliott's opponent, me, driving the number 4 Chevrolet Corvette. So, I actually had a lot of trouble wheeling this thing around the track, considering how my last when my qualifying lap and my my quarterfinal lap were 2 of the fastest laps of the entire tournament. But I had a lot of... my qualifying lap was a 10.412 second lap. I had a lot... given that, I had a lot of trouble wheeling this thing around. Honestly, as soon as I finished my warm-up lap, I knew this wasn't going to be good. Was that my second lap? I don't think it was, anyways. No. Okay, so this is my second lap. So, for this second lap, I knew I had to hit everything perfectly, and we're already off to a bad start. I had to show why this car had gotten here. Like I've said multiple times, this thing was very hard to wheel around for some reason. I don't understand why, but this thing just did not want to cooperate with me. But I will say this second lap I felt mostly confident about. It definitely felt better than the other 2 laps. Once I exited final turn, I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna be too bad. So my lap time was a 1 minute, 11.297 second lap, 4 tenths quicker than Kurt Elliott, which means I will go to the semifinal. I will go to the finals, the Eastern bracket. There has not been a single car that has been faster in semifinals than it was quarterfinals. I don't know what's going on. But looking at these next 2 cars, I think if any cars have a chance, it's these next 2. So, let's do the final 2 cars for today. For the first of the second set of semifinals, driving the number 84 is Carissa Nasato in that SLK AMG. Carissa has consistently, each round, put up a faster lap than the last. And Carissa has never been a driver to disappoint. So can Carissa Nosato possibly be the first driver of the semifinals to put up a lap time faster than the last? Well, don't know. It might be a tall task, considering how Carissa Nosato has put up the fastest lap of the entire tournament with a 10.403 second lap. If anyone can do it, it's her. Carissa Nosato very smooth in the final portion of the track. A little sideways there for the number 84 car. Alright, Carissa Nosato on her second lap. You gotta make it count. This is a chance to get into the finals. Very nice uphill. Now, coming into the bus stop. Very nice. Now into the carousel as we enter the most important part of the track. And now the final turn for the final time. Carissa Nosato will have a lap time of 1 minute, 10.744 seconds. Carissa Nosato is the first person of the semifinals to get a 10-second lap, but she did not beat her quarterfinal time, which means that we have yet to have a driver beat their quarterfinal time. So let's move on to the final car of the day and her opponent, and arguably the best driver in the field. And Carissa's opponent, arguably one of the best drivers in the entire Forza 7 series, the prodigy, as I like to call him, Connor Snelling, the youngest driver here, easily one of the most talented. So he is in the number 3 C7 Corvette. When you have two of the best drivers like Carissa Nosato and Connor Snelling going head to head like this, it's always going to be exciting. Snowing in the grass there. So now into the carousel. Taking out some cones there. Alright, final second legal lap and the final race of video and of the semifinals. Comes down to this. You have the prodigy versus a seasoned veteran. Down to the carousel, the most important part of the track, as I always say, because I don't know why, as it is really important. Just don't know why I say it every time. Here we go. If he's gonna do it, it's gonna have to be here. A lot of speed, I can tell. Connor Snelling with a 1 minute 11.045 second lap. Not fast enough. That's the only one of his laps that's been outside of the 10-second margin. So Connor Snelling will be eliminated, and Carissa Misato will go on to face me in the finals for the Eastern bracket. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Join us next time as we will be doing the finals for each bracket, and then we're going to be taking the 2 bracket champions and putting them together to find the Ultimate Lap Time Challenge champion. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.